thing I wanted to mention, 2023, March 4th, going into Iditarod. One of the things that I think would be cool, Jeff Cohn put it together for the North American Fur Rendezvous years ago, like analyzing the pedigree and the specific dogs that are each musher's team. I think some of the big kennels sort of resist that because they're concerned of being exposed for like culling and stuff like that, sort of the controversial aspects of the sport, at least in yesteryear. But I really think it would be beneficial. Also, we're seeing like Fantasy Iditarod, piloted by Danny CV, I believe it's Danny CV online on Twitter and that kind of thing for Iditarod, trying to rejuvenate fan interest. But if we actually got a chance to see the specific dogs in each and every musher's team and get to know them more, and see who their parents were and the different races they ran, I think it would be helpful for someone who is an amateur in the, on the sidelines and the fans to be, have more invested in the race because they wouldn't be just following the mushers, they would be following the specific dogs in each musher's team. And I'm not really sure, I think the resistance to that, these mushers are sort of cagey. They don't want necessarily the secrets of their breeding program or the truths of their breeding program put out there, to the public. But I think in the end of the day, there really isn't at this point. The mushing sport has evolved a lot. I don't know, but maybe in yesteryear there was more issues with the culling and stuff like that. But at this point, I think to be transparent is beneficial and in the best interest of a race that's struggling, struggling with their brand, struggling with their image, and going on, attack after attack by PETA, by animal rights people. If they were just transparent, here's this dog, these are the other dogs in the litter, and they all, were rehomed to other kennels, and no one was shot in the backyard. You know what I mean? Hard truth. And that cleans up the image if you have that transparency, if you have that branding statement attached to each and every dog team that's entered into a race. So why that hasn't been done, I recommended that years ago. I also recommended, why, having the dog mushers treat their handlers like, employees. And one other thing, I don't even remember what it was, but, just try to clean up the sport and clean up the image of it, because a lot of times these public relations disasters that we see time and time again are basically due to the fact that, absolutely, some of these mushers in these kennels are doing things illegally, unlawfully, and unethically. It's true. So there is some veracity to some of the criticisms.